Yep. Anyway.
Okay.
That's it. Can I ask a question about
Absolutely.
this?
Go ahead.
Seeing I just read it.
Yeah.
New subway building on Union Street.
Yeah.
Somebody mind telling me where that's going to be located or telling the public?
I don't know, Mr. Cumby?
My understanding
Or is it not to be shared right now?
well, my understanding is it's going to be, adjacent to, the current building that's there. But I'm waiting for a report back from Planning Services to see exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I continue?
Yeah, absolutely.
The reason I'm asking is I had a call on the weekend, probably Thursday or Friday, suggesting or asking me if we knew that was going to be placed in the parking lot across from Winging It. And I wasn't sure, but I mean, after doing a quick circle of the parking lot, there's not much room there for a drive-through subway. That was the concern that the resident brought. I'm not saying if there is or isn't. I'm not that kind of an engineer, so I wouldn't know. But I would like to know if that is a rumor or is it the truth? Or do we know?
We'll check. I already have waiting for a report on that from planning. And as soon as it's ready, I'll send it out and see, what the regulations are. And I'm sure that planning has gone through all of the proper procedures, but I'll just make sure and double check and inform council of exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I guess the concern from the resident was strictly 100% safety.
Sure.
We all know what drive-throughs are like. We've all been into a drive-through where people are driving through.
I'll make sure that engineering's had the appropriate set of lenses on that and.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I also had a call from this gentleman on that, so.
He contacted everybody.
Yeah, he said to me he was going to contact all the councillors and that, and it was Friday evening or Friday night he contacted me, and I just said, thank you for calling, and I'll check into it, that's all.
Yeah, and that's what I did, just to ask the question. I mean, we want everything to be public, so let's bring it public.
And again, just to be clear, for the benefit of everyone's knowledge, council doesn't arbitrate these.
Absolutely not.
If it's permitted in the zone as a type of use, we have our development regulations that we talked about earlier dictate what can and can't go there and how it has to go there. So if there's a certain number of parking spaces or traffic concerns, all these things. And of course, our role in that is to provide oversight that the development regulations are being followed. But generally, we don't stick our nose into those things.
No, but
for good reason, right? Because we don't want to get into the politics of these things.
He did call me as well.
Yeah.
And I said, whoa, a new subway. Didn't even know it was coming.
Me too. Me too. To which we get the answer, you gotta know, you're down there.
First one driving through.
Anyway.
No, thank you for that. That's good.
Just an update on the previous question about the planning.
Yes.
And the new integrated municipal sustainability plan. There are meetings now set up between staff and the consultant, I think the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of July, where we would get a chance to look at it, that kind of thing. And then the plan would be redefined, developed, and when it comes back, then it would be available for the public and for council to see first, and then for the public to view. So that's all part of the process going forward.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Everyone good there? Okay, we have a protective services statistics report. Councillor Granter, if you would, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll go through these fairly quickly. By law enforcement, there were 19 untidy properties, 3 abandoned vehicles, 2 rodents, 2 illegal dumping, various other routine complaints. Under the taxi regulations in the city, there were 5 taxi driver conduct complaints, 4 taxi vehicle permits issued. Under animal control, there were 11 roaming animals, 6 injured dead animals, 2 violations issued. Under parking enforcement, there were 166 parking-related violations, 115 dealt with expired meters, and other various violations like loading zone, wrong direction, unattended vehicles, etc. There were 307 permits issued for ATVs, and there's 0 in the queue as of July the 9th. So I got through those fairly quickly. 307. 24 commercial fire alarms, 4 residential smoke alarms, 1 brush fire, grass fire, 3 garbage fires. There were 8 traffic collisions, 2 small petroleum spills, 2 non-emergency ambulance medical lift assists, 1 structure fire in a resident, Joe, on Osmonds Avenue, 3 vehicle fines. In total, there were 1,092 police calls, 1,377 ambulance, 202 fire. This is for the Cornerbrook PSAP. 5 crises, 2 forestry, 1 for natural resources, 3 for Northern 911, 1 for poison control, and 3 for ROCP, for a total of 2,688 calls. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions on any of those items?
Mr. Mayor, if I could
Yes.
say something about the ATV permits and everything. I had a call from a gentleman in Georgetown Road area last week there, and he was complaining about a few bikes that were speeding and ATVs that were speeding at the end of it. So the thing I told him to do, phone in and make an official complaint on it. And anytime he sees something like that happen, he should contact the RNC. They'll go down and check it out for him and see about the speeding and that. There's regular, maybe 2 bikers, ATV bikers down there, are the same bikers as with the loud noise, with the mufflers or zingers or all, I don't know. And that, but if the residents hear these bikes down there, phone their RNC right away, and they'll go down and check it out, and hopefully we can catch these few bikers that's causing the trouble. And that's ATVs and everything, whoever haven't got a permit to go in that way. That way we can.
It's like many things, that things can be ruined by a few people not following the rules, right? So, absolutely.
Well, it's like the speed limits on the highway, Mr. Mayor. Saw the video there last week.
Yeah.
First time on the peninsula, so all the regulations in the world, you're still going to get some that's going to take advantage.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And we want to be safe and enjoy these things, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Next, Councillor Staben, we have a community services project update.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Some background information now. First of all, about sustainable development. So we're proceeding with funding proposals under the new ACOA Canadian Community Revitalization Fund. The Green Team is working towards completing an urban tree inventory. We're also collaborating on the STAR implementation program, and we're continuing to develop and improve the community gardens, including working on improvements for the Carver Road Garden. In the tourism department, Mr. Mayor, STAR, we're under the STAR program, a proposal is sent to ACOA. And of course, we're also waiting to hear about the implementation project so we can action updated recommendations moving forward. DUDAP is well underway. For instance, the Griffin Drive Artwork Project, otherwise favorably known as Crow Gulch, is awaiting an artist to sign the contract. The artist will arrive in early August, and the final reveal will be on August the 15th. The upper atrium display will be updated by July the 16th here. As far as Cabox and Geopark are concerned, Dr. Waldron is arriving in September to assist the region in identifying the geological assets for this region. Our festival and events, Mr. Mayor, first of all, on August the 1st to the 14th, Grossmorn Summer Music is partnering with the City of Cornerbrook. We'll be putting off a production on the Cornerbrook Stream Trail. On August the 7th, which is Cornerbrook Day, there's a tentative plan to hold an outdoor market on the City Square and the United Church lawn, as well as live music and other entertainment. From September the 18th and 19th, the Outdoor Art and the Adventure Festival in partnership with the Halipoo, the K-Box, and Navigate from Munn. The Mill Whistler road train, otherwise known as the Choo Choo, is running up and running successfully. And I looked at it on Saturday and Friday. There are a lot of people using that. It would be great to hear the numbers. City of Cornerbrook is looking into beautification of the intersection traffic boxes. There are 14 in total, with art done by a local artist. And finally, the hotel promotion. The webpage has been designed to encourage visitors to visit the city website to claim a $50 voucher to be used towards a hotel stay when booking through one of the participating accommodations. So that's about all there is, Mr. Mayor, but things are happening.
Absolutely, thank you. Questions?
Another question, Mr. Mayor, little information again.
Yeah.
Since our last meeting, our POW, Protect Our Woods initiative took place with ATVs going outside the city of Cornbrook and picking up garbage and bringing it in. Very successful. Hopefully next year, whoever's around will keep it up and that. We managed to get sponsors for all our prizes, and everyone that participated won a prize anywhere from $275 up down to $100. So everybody should happy, and I think we collected anywhere from maybe 6 to 100 to 800 pounds of garbage. So that's great to see. It's always good to see when we get garbage picked up through the city.
Perfect, thank you. Any other questions? Yes, go ahead,
A
Councillor.
little more information on the city will pay $50 towards qualifying 3-night stays in participating accommodations. So does that mean,
There's another item on that, I think is the next item.
6-2.
oh, okay,
Yep,
2.
okay, gosh, guess I didn't.
yep, so the next
Okay,
item.
so
will
we'll
have-
explain it then?
Yep, that should, I think it'll be covered then, yeah. If not, of course, you can ask questions then. Is there anything else on that report though, guys? No, we're good? Okay, thank you. Okay, Councillor Buckle, the aforementioned Base Camp Cornerbrook promotion.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. In an effort to support local hoteliers and encourage tourism in the Humber Valley, Bay of Islands region, Cornerbrook as a hub for adventure, City of Cornerbrook staff launched Base Camp Cornerbrook on July 12, 2021. In consultation with accommodations across the city, the Tourism Division has put together the following program. The city will pay $50 towards qualifying 3-night stays at participating accommodations. Those who wish to take advantage must book first and then apply for their $50 voucher, which, once validated by staff, will be credited to their stay. Anyone who wishes to take advantage can go to our social media pages and our website for more information. The URL is www.cornerbrook.com/basecamp. If anyone would like more information, they can email basecamp@cornerbrook.com. So this is little information I think is going to be great for the people. Imagine coming into a city and staying 3 days and getting $50 vouchers for staying here. Just to enjoy what we got to offer here in Cornerbrook and the whole region. It was a great move.
Absolutely. Any questions? Councillor Chason, does that answer your?
Yeah, it was recently updated. Our whole thing was updated from the time I left home almost till I got here. So
Yeah, I think this item was down near the bottom and then moved up.
Totally,
Yeah,
totally then to move to the top. So I just want to clear myself that I
it's okay.
said that.
Mr. Mayor, just one question.
Yes, go ahead.
What's the total budget allocated for that? Do we know?
I believe this is related to last meeting. We had a reallocation from our, another program within the department that we didn't use the money from.
We just reallocated the funds.
I think it was roughly $20,000, I think,
Okay.
for this program. Is that correct?
I think council at the last meeting approved 20,000 with.
Plus 5.
Plus 5 as a
Yeah.
extra support.
Yeah.
I think this is a great idea. This year, I guess we can't do the same. We're talking about maybe doing some festivals and things later in the year, once
Right.
COVID allows. But obviously, we usually put off big events, and we do sponsor these big events to try and lure people here, to spend their money here. In talking with the accommodators, I understand that some accommodators are having a particularly rough time the early part of the summer. So this is for travel, I think, before August 15th. So we really are pushing them to come here, and I think this is a pretty aggressive way to get people to come and make Cornerbrook their base of operations as they explore the Bay of Islands and the Lower Humber and do those things.
Mr. Mayor, the government just came out yesterday and announced that they had 10,000 applications for people flying here since July 1st into the first 4 days. 4 days, and you have 10,000 people registered to come here to Newfoundland. And that's not counting the ferry yet, so I think hopefully we can turn things around after a tough year and a half.
Hopefully, yes. Yes,
So,
Councillor?
yeah, no, just a quick comment to Councillor Granter's question. I mean, this is not new money. I guess we're going to say this is reallocated money out of our budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to confirm that's
Yeah,
what from our last meeting, that this is the program that was allocated to.
That's right. And, yes, Councillor Shason?
Just, I guess, a quick update on Mill Whistler,
Yes.
our train. I've taken it many times in the last couple of weeks with my little grandson. We've changed the route. And
Temporarily.
I must say, the route is way nicer going through Margaret Water Park and coming down over. So it's a bit of a longer and it's nicer view, so.
And
Scenic.
unfortunately, it is a temporary measure, as I understand right now, because of the construction that's, and
Yeah.
the work is going on in Broadway. But again, I think it's nice to be able to go that route sometimes, but with the idea of, again, returning to
Yeah.
a stopping and starting kind of operation for the businesses and the downtown area.
beautiful.
But if we can't do that, you're absolutely right. If you're, as it is right now, you get on, you go for your trip, and you get off. Hopefully, we'll be able to get back in the future to being able to hop on over on Broadway and go over to West Street. And, oh, see a business there, or
Yeah,
and vice
anyway,
versa.
we enjoyed it, I must say.
No, that's great. So
We're
yeah,
also selling features in Margaret Water Park that people may not see or may not know
Yeah.
is actually there because you pass directly right through the park, so.
absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, we're serious about tourism, and I guess we're going to be trying to get the word out on these incentive programs. And again, tell all your friends and neighbors out east, remind them it's time to come and visit Corner Brook and see what we've got here, because there's a lot. Okey doke. Thank you very much for that. And Councillor Buckle, we also have, I guess, some information on a proposed festival.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, Steady Entertainment is a full-service, diversified entertainment company based out of Corner Brook. Their three flagship divisions are talent promotions, event and concert management, and talent bookings. Steady Entertainment was originally formed to elevate the quality of live shows in Western Newfoundland by attracting new and exciting acts. They utilize industry contacts in production, talent management, logistics, and security to assist in providing a successful event. Steady Entertainment is proposing a 2-day music festival, and we have all the attached information here. And once we're finalize everything, the residents of the city and surrounding areas will look at it. I think it's going to be a great 2 days thing.
Okay, thank you. And I noticed there is a proposal attached. I don't think it's ready for prime time yet, and I assume staff are still working through the details on this, but it's attached there for council's information at this point. I don't know if anyone has any questions without getting into too much of the details at this point. Okay?
One thing about the entertainment here, after we had the parties at Broadway and everything, what we planned, seems like it worked, and people are just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, I must say, I'm looking forward to being able to celebrate publicly. For sure. Thank you very much for that. And last but not least, Councillor Buckle, in Civic Centre Recreation Update.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the ice plant for Kinsman Arena has been turned on and ice making is in progress. The first summer camp programming will begin on July 12th. Hockey and figure skating camps will run through summer up to Labor Day weekend. The Junior Ball Hockey League has been successful running in the main arena with playoffs set to begin at the end of July. Walking track hours introduced for Recreation Month has been extended for the remainder of the summer. Work is continuing on the retiling of the dressing room, showers, installation of a new flooring for the dressing rooms, and lower arena walkways. Overall, these upgrades will be a substantial improvement within the center, both functionally and aesthetically. The splash pad and Margaret Water Park pool is now open for use from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. The Margaret Water Park pool is available for use with the hours of operation as 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lifeguards and security will be on deck to ensure the safety of the public and the COVID-19 protocol is followed. Canteen services provided by the Humber Valley Employment Corporation are available as well. The Hippocamp wheelchairs. Last year, the City of Corner Brook Recreation Department purchased 3 Hippocamp wheelchairs to improve accessible recreation in the city. One of these chairs is for exclusive use at the splash pad, while the other 2 are available for use on variable terrain. The new all-terrain chairs are available for public use and can be accessed by calling 637-1539 or visiting the Margaret Water Park building and speaking with the park coordinator. And the Carberry Road Playground. The City of Corner Brook has partnered with the Corner Brook Stream Trail Development Corporation to provide some much-needed improvements to the Carberry's Road Playground, equipment upgrades such as installation of a basketball net, beautification upgrades, and accessibility pathways have been created to make the area more inclusive for all. There will be additional equipment installed throughout the summer as well as an improved parking area adjacent to the playground. They've been working on that. I passed in there last week, so it was great to see that stuff taking place.
Thank you. Any questions on any of those items? No? Good. Yes, good to see more development going on. I think we have some more playground work happening later in the summer as well.
Yeah, there's plans to do some work on the JJ curling as well to make the playground more accessible and to give it a freshening and an update.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Councillor Grant.
Can I ask,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
To add on, I guess, to what Mr. Park said, lots of people think that playground is only for the school kids at JJ Curling, but it's not. It's a city playground because I met with the lady the other day and she went through all the stuff that was going to be done. It's going to be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Okay.
And especially through the accessibility lens.
Absolutely. And well, and we change now, I mean, in terms of how we design and build pretty much everything we do now through that inclusivity lens,
Yep.
right? It's a different way of looking at things, but that's the way of the world now, and we're a modern organization, and we have to make sure that we're inclusive of all our citizens. And again, I applaud staff on again taking a very modern, progressive approach to all this. We're doing great work. Absolutely. And next we have the capital projects update. Councillor Granter.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, just 4 or 5 updates here with regard to the capital projects that are ongoing around the city. Corner Brook Regional Recreation Center, the design build requests for proposals, or the RFP, closed on June the 4th. The evaluation committee will now evaluate each proposal and recommend the design build team for council approval. The operational consultant continues to work with staff to develop an operational governance model for the new facility, and is also reviewing documents to better estimate potential operating costs. Staff are preparing a request for expressions of interest document to determine what organizations may have an interest in operating the facility in full or in part. This will help the governance committee determine the best possible operating model for the new facility. Staff are also in talks with Grenfell to develop the necessary agreements. The 2021 asphalt program has now begun in the curling area. The contractor will then proceed to the west side of Corner Brook. Elizabeth Street pumping station. The award letter has been sent to the successful proponent, and staff is awaiting the required documentation. Once all documentation is in place, the project will proceed. It is expected that the project will take 8 weeks to complete. Equipment has a 10-week delivery time, and the installation will begin in September of this year. This project is being completed on behalf of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, and is also being fully financed by the province. Confederation at West Valley Roundabout, the project is now completed. Newfoundland Power will be installing several new street lights in this area in the coming weeks. Multi-year capital 2020 to 2023. The city received word on May the 4th that Corner Brook will receive $4.6 million in funding for capital projects. Staff will now submit the list of council-approved projects to the province, and once approved, staff will begin to move the projects forward. A couple engineering studies that are ongoing. The Steady Brook water supply. A kickoff meeting took place on June the 23rd, and the town of Steady Brook city staff and the consultant. It is expected to take 8 weeks to complete the study. And finally, the Mount Vernon sanitary sewer study, necessary because of when the new hospital opens up. A sanitary sewer study is being undertaken to determine what system upgrades are required to accommodate the new hospital. Different scenarios are being modeled by the consultant, and it is expected that the final report will be ready this week. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. And just to notice, there's a little typo there. The expression of interest is out already for the
Recreation Center.
yeah, for the recreation center.
I think it was a typo when I read it. Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor.
and that's due, I think, the end of the month, 29th, I think. I just looked it up, actually. Yeah. It's around the end of the month. So that's out there. Yep. Any questions on any of these? Yes, go ahead,
Yeah.
Councillor.
Question, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, thank you. For instance, on the Corner Brook Regional Recreation Centre, on the time management perspective, as far as a decision-making process where we have an election coming up, Is there anything there that of urgency, or how do you see this process moving forward? Will it be a hiatus of 30 days where nothing is decided, or how are you going to manage that move forward?
As far as the timeline goes, this should be ready for a decision in the coming week. So, Mr. Cumby?
Yeah, we're told that, once we enter into negotiations with this organization, if everything goes well, then we should be in a position to say, okay, we're ready to recommend this company now. If we fail to reach an agreement, obviously that's another story, but, we're hopeful that we will reach an agreement and we'll be able to put that decision in front of council before council dissolves before the election.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just
definitely
want to see how it's going to work.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to delay around that. The process is well underway in terms of the decisions have been made to progress in this way. Now we're in the nickel and diming of the specifics of how it'll go, and I'm confident staff will be able to get to a place sooner rather than later.
And keep in mind that, there's been a number of dollars spent in engineering to this point. To get to a preliminary.
Yes, we're well invested in this road. I think it's just now a matter of making sure that we're getting what we need to get for our community, and I'm sure we'll figure it out. But yeah, we definitely don't want to delay. That's the key.
And there was an article in last weekend's Telegram about certain things, but just to see the game plan moving forward. That's all. That was the intent of the question.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Okay. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I know Mr. Burton's not here today, but if the city manager could check into, I know over the last number of years, we've upgraded most of our pumping stations around town, all around the different areas now. And Elizabeth Street, is this the last one we got to upgrade now? I think there's 3 or 4 that have to be upgraded. Just wondering.
I don't know the answer to that, but perhaps, I can find out, but perhaps the Director of Finance would know, because that would have been a capital item, likely.
Yeah, and I can't recall offhand for sure. A lot of the upgrades that we did were for PRV chambers as well that were underground, and accessibility was an issue for our workers from a safety perspective. So a lot of those have been upgraded. I think there are still a couple more to be done, but we're definitely getting well through that list.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, this one here, I think specifically goes for the hospital project, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so this one's a little different anyway. So this one is being funded by the province,
That's good.
which we like.
Whatever we need out of it.
Perfect. Okay, any other questions there? Okay, excellent. Next, Councillor Chason, we were talking about accessibility earlier. Would you please give us an update on the Accessibility and Inclusiveness Committee, please?
Yeah, I think Accessibility and Inclusive Committee is fine. Anyway, we met on June the 22nd, 2021, the Accessibility and Inclusive Committee, along with the Director of Public Works and Water and Wastewater, and the City Planner met to discuss the variety of accessibility issues experienced by the city. And a summary, I'll go through a summary, but we also, in the beginning, we discussed some of, I guess, what we have accomplished over the last, since our committee was put in place. And I guess I did something like send out a kudos to, and a thank you to Councillor Granter. He sits on that committee with me, so if I forget something, Councillor Granter, please don't hesitate. And any research that's done says it takes anywhere from 4 to 7 years to implement change, and change is always hard. It's always difficult. But we have a committee who are very determined that we are going to have accessibility and inclusive priority in our city. So we did an overview of some of the committee initiatives that were highlighted, including the removal of the parking meters in city-owned blue space parking areas. So that was probably one of our big things that we did. Plus, we added wheelchairs to the first floor entrance and also to Rotary Arch. So if you come into the building now, if somebody needs a wheelchair, they can actually access it at City Hall. Our Hypocamp wheelchairs were made available for the splash pad at Margaret Boyler Park. But I think they're also available for Bloma Downs. ski trail.
At the ski trails, we launched it there last winter, yes.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
before COVID, we were actually going to rent them, or not rent them, but let people take them and go wherever they wanted to go for a weekend or whatever.
And I think that was earlier, I think you mentioned in the report, you go to the, there's a number to call, but
Yes.
you can go as well to the building at Margaret Broder Park
Yes.
and arrange it there.
Yeah, okay, so perfect. So, you know, we've done some nice things and, you know, to sort of, and at least we're visible now within the city, so that's great. It's a new lens, like the mayor said, you had to put on your accessibility and inclusive glasses when you're working with this. Committee members provided feedback regarding specific accessibility issues they face. And I guess until you're into this position, it's pretty hard to know what people need. Building to code is sometimes not building to what we need. So particular reference are made to challenges assessing many of the downtown areas and establishments. And the Director of Public Works, Water and Wastewater stated that he will investigate the transition to many of the downtown spaces from the accessibility standpoint. I'm gonna ad-lib here a tiny bit. I did discover there was a business over on O'Connell Drive who has a portable ramp that you can put out just to cover up the lip. Now, we thought when we were sitting at our committee they would be very, very expensive, and we did a little bit of research on it, and we can get them for under $200 a ramp. So that might be something that we're certainly going to be looking to the Director of Finance maybe to help us out with a bit of money, I guess, whatever. But that would be good if we could get some and offer them as part of our FACE program, or you know, some benefit through that. So anyway, just an idea we had. Committee was looking for an update on the transit final report. It was reported that staff is waiting on the final report from the consultant. So once that's in, hopefully then there'll be something that meets the needs of everyone within our report. Committee members highlighted needed for some traffic aids at major intersections to ensure it is safe for pedestrians using crosswalks. It was suggested installing audio aids or other software to provide assistance in these areas. The Director of Public Works stated that any new upgrades to intersections will also have the audio and the light aids from now on. But what do we do with the ones that are there and are probably not going to be refurbished? So that's something that we sort of need to look at. We need to use the accessibility lens for any future work in the city for all departments was emphasized, and other accessibility enhancements were discussed as well, such as improving accessibility inclusiveness in the playgrounds, community gardens, and events, the lips on our sidewalks and things like that. They're the things that we looked at I guess, future plans. The city planner also discussed the integrated municipal sustainable plan and encourage members to provide feedback to the plan via the city's website so that they can voice their thoughts on future development of the city. And we did have one or two who said that they probably would let them know what they wanted.
Okay.
And Mr. Mayor, that's all for me. Sorry I took so long.
No, thank you very much. Questions?
Little information though, back a couple of years ago, when we talked about the ramps and that for the buildings, to get into the businesses and that. And I don't know if you remember that, Councillor Chason? I don't know what meeting it was into, and there's a business in Ontario, which these young students started to develop, and he went around to the businesses and said, listen, we can build you a portable ramp and put it in there. And what it was, they made a little wooden ramp, push it there, and you can move it when you close your business or whatever. And 50% of the money went back towards other projects to take place in the city. I think I still got the website on my computer at home.
Share it
I'll forward
with
it
us.
to you, yeah.
Yep.
It was great. I thought it was a great idea.
Yep.
Especially around here in Corner Brook, because with all the snow that we get, it just little ramp they made, they put it inside their door, take it in when someone comes with a wheelchair, put it there.
Yeah.
If you had to.
Yeah.
Downtown and Broadway is really,
Yes.
really difficult because we got all the lips.
Grandfathered buildings and buildings that didn't require those
No.
when they were built.
No.
right? Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Municipal Election Act regulations. Some small tweaks. Can you tell us about those, please, Councillor Staben?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, back on the 10th of May, Mr. Mayor, Council approved vote by mail regulation. A copy of the regulations were then sent forward to the Minister of Municipal and Provincial Affairs as required by legislation. The Minister reviewed the regulations and has recommended several amendments. The amendments were mainly housekeeping items to provide additional clarity to the vote by mail process. A summary of the recommendations are outlined below. I'll just give you a quick bullet point for those. To clarify in writing the process for hand delivery of returned envelopes on election day, the return envelope must be deposited in the drop box on election day. We must also remove reference to blank ballot forms. It must include a clause that advance poll and the proxy and time to vote provisions in the Municipal Elections Act will apply. To clarify the process for securing return non-delivering delivered voting kits. Sorry about that. That's a tongue twister. Clarify in writing the ballot counting / sorting of the ballots, which cannot take place until 8 p.m. on election day. The secrecy envelope cannot be opened until 8 p.m. that evening. The inclusion of a sample ballot form in the regulations. There is an attachment in our package, Mr. Mayor, with the amended regulations that incorporates the proposed amendments from the Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs. The Minister's Office has reviewed the amended regulations and has approved them for final approval by Council. So therefore, Mr. Mayor and Council, be it resolved to approve the vote by mail regulations as amended and attached hereto. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Would someone like to second that?
Second it.
Seconded. Okay, any questions on this?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Question on the drop box.
Yeah.
So the Civic Centre is being used as the area for election day, correct?
Well, sir, the advanced poll.
For the advanced poll.
Current vote.
Right, okay.
So that first bullet particularly thing is related to election day. On election day, people can bring the ballots in here, but they can't give it to election officials on election day. It has to go in the drop box.
So the drop box will be a regular drop box like you, the cardboard box, or will it be a drop box at City Hall like the one that's currently outside, that small red one, or are we creating another box?
We've ordered another one that's going to be built into the building.
Yes, okay, which is a recommendation we made a
They'll be locked.
few months ago.
Yeah.
Right, so they just wanted more clarity and wording of that
Okay.
in the regulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yes, go
So
ahead.
if it's locked, and who opens it? One of
It'll
the,
be designated election officials.
Okay. okay.
Yeah, and we're working on, with Datafix now, and just trying to clarify some of the processes. There probably will be drop boxes at the polling stations on much of it, but we're just trying to get those procedures
Okay.
confirmed
Right, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So if there's drop boxes at the polling stations, then somebody would bring the drop box from the polling station, or very similar to, they wouldn't be counted on site, would they?
No, we'll have people assigned throughout the day, if there are kits that are being dropped
Okay.
here, that they'll be returned to City Hall.
And open after 8 o'clock?
And open at
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Yep.
So the mail-in basically is almost like an advance poll, treated separately as its own kind of poll?
Yes, and I mean, it's all real time, so we had to scan those ballots as received, and then that brings off strikes people off the voter list as having voted.
Right.
So, there's a lot of detail in terms of the whole vote by mail, just to make sure that everything is updated, it's real time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, two things, Mr. Mayor. I think one thing I think that would be beneficial for our residents if sometime in August at the council meeting that the clerk go over the whole scenario of the whole process and how it works and probably even explain to me, say my daughter might be at St. Avex, how does this work? What are the timelines? What have we got to do? When has it got to be in and so on. So that will create a better understanding.
One of the things we're working on right now is just getting it on our website. And
Right.
then having videos just to kind of demonstrate those steps as people go through it. So that communication piece we're actively working on right now.
But that, and nothing wrong with that, totally agree, except that, you know, our challenge is always, how do we get the message out,
Yes. Yeah.
right? And website is not the total final, you know, I think hopefully there'll be enough people watching this section and that they might get. Now, I just want to, the ballot is really something, it's quite straightforward and simple.
What I noticed this year is that typically we'll have two separate ballots when someone comes to the polling station. They'll get a ballot for the mayor and they'll get a ballot for councilors. It's not
Right.
going to be on one ballot this time.
It is for ours as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even from an accessibility piece, there'll be larger funds for looking at that.
Excellent.
Lights at a polling station, so for anybody with any challenges with vision and whatnot. So we are working with an accessibility committee, and we'll consult with our internal committee as well, just to try to make it more accessible from a electric perspective as well.
That should simplify the process in the counting the ballots.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is, again, I think that, and kudos to Marina and her team. We're really pushing this to make the elections accessible to everyone as much as possible, COVID or not. But it's not about sort of changing things or trying to confuse people. It's trying to give people as many possible options as they can to exercise their rights. So again, I know it hasn't been easy from a regulatory standpoint, but we're persistent. So thank you for that.
No, but I think, Mr. Mayor, one of the things is that, you know, and it's been said to me, why are we spending all this money on this extra money? And I said, well, you know, if we had 40% people voted in 2017, and we could now get 50% of the people voted, that extra expenditure is worthwhile. That means democracy is working.
Absolutely.
And hopefully below the border, people are listening.
Okay, any other questions there before we vote? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Thank you very much. That is the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
No, I wanted to do this, and I asked for your council's indulgence and your agreement. And I've had this here now since, this is the Evening Telegram from Saturday, June the 12th, 2021. It's Memorial University 2021 graduates, and it's also a whole list of the graduates, but also the medals and award winners and so on. And there's two or three that I'd want to make, and one, it's a music one, which is Andrew Glenn Luther, and he was somebody who went through the music festival. When I saw him, he was at first a young man of 6 or 7 when he started, and I was with him the whole time. So it's a congratulatory thing for Andrew. And as well, if I'd say one, I should say the 3. Physical education was Nicholas Alexander Dolomont. And the College of Registered Nurses of Newfoundland, it was Kendall Elizabeth Boland. But it's nice to see our young people doing well. But when I look back and see the number of graduates from the School of Medicine, we only had 2. And that's an opportunity for us moving forward, that we do something about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I ask for council's forgiveness on this.
No, it's always good to have.
Yeah, I'm sure we're all going to vote against congratulating our young people on their accomplishments. No, thank you for that. Okay, well, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again soon, but that's it for us. Meeting adjourned.
Stop.